Hello everybody, jimmyispromo here, and today I'm going to show you guys the top 6 coolest things you'd be able to do on the Samsung Galaxy S8 and the S8 Plus. Originally this thing was going to be the top 5, but because I love you guys so much and you guys are here supporting me by watching the videos, liking, commenting, and subscribing, I threw that extra one in there. So this one right here is probably, like, no joke, totes my goats, the coolest thing you'd be able to do on the Galaxy S8 and the S8 Plus that I found so far. If you guys have anything else that you guys think is crazy, awesomely cool, and it hasn't been featured in any of my videos, make sure you comment below on what I'd be able to do. So the first one, we're going to need a little bit of help from a third-party app referred to as AZ Screen Recorder. And so what this does is it actually records the screen, and it even uses its own mic right here in the cell phone to pick up your voice. So if you're playing a game, if you're doing whatever you want to, if you're giving little tutorials through an app and you're sending it through the social media networks, that's one way you'd be able to help people out. So we have the AZ Screen Recorder. It is free. It's on the Play Store. So you just go there and download it. And then what we're going to actually do is play again with this GIF animator. And so we're actually creating one that is personalized, something that we create, nothing that's already online, something that we get to write out a sentence and show the person we love or our friend a personalized GIF. And yes, I say GIF and not GIF because this is an acronym, and the very first letter there is G for graphic, which is the hard G. If it was something about giraffe, then it'd probably be that little soft G or that J sounding. So we're going with GIF, but I will say, you know, you're not going to be right or wrong, however you say it. What we're going to do is, since we already have the AZ Screen Recorder, we're making a GIF. I'm going into my Samsung Notes. So with this AZ Screen Recorder, all you got to do is hit on record. It counts down from 3, and then this is where I'm going to actually type, I love you, baby. And then now let's really get personal here. Throw in the name, Jimmy. And now we just hit on stop. Once you go right on back into your little video, this is now what it looks like. If I had the volume all the way up, you guys would also be able to hear my voice, but I don't want to have my voice play or anything like that. So let's actually put it right on back. Let's move over into the GIF animator. You're going to make this thing the size that you are creating a little sentence, but you have to remember that this thing here is only going to be 15 seconds long. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit play, hit record. And then now this is picking up every single thing that I have typed. So this is personalizing my own little GIF, which is just crazy cool. Once it finishes, you hit stop. And now right here, you'll be able to send this to a loved one. Maybe you can say something else, send it to your buddies. Pretty much do anything and everything you want to, and you just created your own personalized GIF, which I think is just crazy cool. You'd be able to share it and also the option to save. So, hope you guys liked the very first one. Let's go to number 2. The number 2 coolest thing you'd be able to do on the Samsung Galaxy S8 and S8 Plus is having to deal with Bixby. So what I'm going to do is go into my camera, and I actually took an image of a particular mouse that was actually in a store. And what you want to do is when you go inside your gallery, you want to turn on your Bixby Vision. And so you hit that little blue dot, and then that allows you to actually take an image of something. So what I want to do is I want to find exactly, how much this mouse was and how I'd be able to buy it. So you just hit on shopping. And then now it actually pulls up exactly how much it is and what it's called. And so this little computer mouse has, it's got pink flamingos. It's made by Logitech. So instead of trying to search for that, because it is kind of distinctive, now you'd be able to find it exactly right here through Amazon. The number 3 coolest thing you'd be able to do is involving the pictures inside your gallery. So these are all these different images that I took, and these ones were actually right around Easter. And so if I was to kind of take some of those images there, on the very top right-hand side, you have the option to hit on animate. So what animate is going to do is it's kind of almost creating another little GIF, a little slideshow, if we may. And so you'd be able to change your ratio if you want it to stay the exact same as what it was from before. If you want to, get it all changed up. Pretty much however you would like it to look. So I'm going to leave it actually exactly where it was from before. So this means that it's fast. This is going to be kind of just a normal little speed here. If you want it to go the fastest, that doesn't really do too much. Unless if you're doing almost like a little flip book of like a cool little sequential images, that would be really fun. So I'm just kind of showing you some just random images that I was able to take. You would also be able to change the direction on which way that your little images are going in order. And then you also have the option to decorate. So now when you go inside of save, this is actually saved as a animated GIF. And so right over here, if I was to click inside of there, now here is a little bit of a slideshow is kind of what I'm going to call it, that you'd be able to place this thing up on Facebook or pretty much anywhere else you would like to kind of capture everything that you've done with those images you've selected. The fourth coolest thing you'd be able to do on the Galaxy S8 and S8 Plus is dealing with the video controls. So if you actually have a movie that is on your phone, maybe something you've recorded, this right here is actually a short little 6-second hyperlapse video. And so right here, what you're able to do is on the right-hand side, if you're to swipe up or down, this is where you would have your volume control. If you were to go left or right, pretty much anywhere on the screen, you can see that I am reversing and then fast forwarding as well. Then the very left-hand side, this is dealing with the brightness. So instead of you actually trying to go up into all the different controls, maybe trying to touch on the little buttons over there, going into this little, movie line, I guess you can say, you'd be able to actually do all of it within inside of the video. So those are those little hidden video controls. So for the fifth coolest thing you'd be able to do on the Galaxy S8 and S8 Plus is it's dealing with the front-facing camera for selective focus. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch it and go right over into the front-facing. Hey, what's up, everybody? You can see a little bit of my setup here. Now, the coolest thing you'd be able to do is actually swipe over from the left side, going to the right. This is where you have all your different shooting modes. So you'd be able to go to selective focus. And by the way, there is more you'd also be able to download for the front facing as well. So you select on selective focus. And what this does is it focuses on an object that is near, and you're able to actually have the distance that is blurred out, or you could do vice versa. Also pan focus, which is the entire image. And I'm gonna show you guys a couple examples right here. So here's a cool example. You're able to see that I am right here in the foreground of the image, and then my son is in the background of it. And so now what you're able to do is once you take that image, this is where you'll be able to change the focus from pan focus or near focus. So this right here is basically almost like a DSLR type of an image, which is just amazing. So that right there is the fifth coolest thing, because now it is involved with the front-facing camera. So the sixth coolest thing you'd be able to do is dealing with the phone. So what you want to do is open up the phone, and then the very top right-hand side, go into the settings. This is where you have the option for search for places nearby, which I will tell you guys right now, this does work for particular carriers, and some carriers possibly have taken this out. So if you don't have it, then it's definitely a carrier situation. But if you guys do have it, this is exactly what it's able to do. So you can see within your little phone book or the phone application, you have recents, contacts, and then now you have the option for places. And with places, it's looking for your certain location that you're at. You'd also be able to see everything that is around you. You'd also be able to check out the different genres on the very top or the different categories. So if you see something that looks really cool, like let's say this Hello Tech, you'd be able to call them. And I don't think you could really message them, but you'd also have the option for details, so you can see exactly what it is. It looks like there's a website. It looks like that there is also hours there. And if this location here had a location that was downtown or wherever it is, you would also be able to navigate it, and you can even save this thing as a contact. So it pulls it up right away without you having to do any type of Google searching or anything else. Hey, if you guys found this video to be helpful, make sure you guys do a good turn daily and pay it forward, and also hit on the subscribe button on the very bottom left-hand side. And then on the very bottom right-hand side, you guys will be able to check out the very next video. And right above that is the playlist for the Samsung Galaxy S8 and the S8 Plus. See you guys later.